So hot, I'm dying. I think I'm blind. Hi guys, my name is Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about how living in the United States for the past 2 years has kind of changed me. For those of you who don't know, I'm originally from Germany and I moved here 2 years ago to go to school. So this is kind of a little reflection video, also tapping on some differences between German and American culture. So I hope this can also help out some people who are thinking about moving from one country to the other. If you're new here, I make new videos every Monday and I'd love for you to stick around, so don't forget to subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Number 1. Ambiguity. We Germans hate ambiguous situations and we try to avoid uncertainty at all costs. That's why we establish all these rules, especially in society, so everyone knows at all times what's going on, when it's going on, so we can all prepare for it, and there's mostly only like slight possibilities that things can go wrong. Contradicting to this, it is much different in the US. Here people throw things at you on a daily basis, you're confronted with ambiguous situations, you do things last minute, you have to be really spontaneous, and that kind of taught me how to just handle these situations better and not get worked up over things anymore that I might have gotten worked up over 2 years ago. Number 2. Being perfectionistic. I'm definitely a perfectionist when it comes to work, to university, even when it comes to cutting this video. If I would have only grown up in Germany, I probably would have taken 4 weeks to get this whole thing done, because I would have gone over every transition and every single word that I would have said and made sure it is perfect. And that's because growing up in Germany, you are taught that making mistakes is not something you should be doing. Especially at a certain age, you just should know better. And that's something I think is really wrong with our culture and society as a whole, but I also know that societies and cultures don't change from one day to the other, so we still have a long road ahead of us to fix this. On the other hand, in the United States, at university, you literally get told every day that making mistakes is okay, and that you should make mistakes and that you should learn from them, and that's what makes us human and what makes us grow. So I've really come to like this kind of mindset. So because I often regard myself as my worst critic, I just learned how to forgive myself faster and more easily for things or for mistakes I might have made. And also I'm not striving after the same level of perfection anymore that I might have 2 years ago. Number 3. Punctuality. This is such a stereotype, but back in the day I used to be so punctual in any kind of setting, maybe work, university, or even just social settings where I would just hang out with friends. So to shed some light on German punctuality, if you would meet someone, let's say at 3 p.m, you would show up between 2:55 and 3:01, and if you would realize that you were a bit late, let's say between 3:02 and 3:10, you would send a quick message to the person to avoid any ambiguous situation, and everything after 3:10 would just be regarded as rude. In the United States, if you meet a group of people at 3 p.m, no one's gonna show up at 3 p.m. People are gonna show up at 3:10, 3:15, or even later, and no one's gonna text or make a big apology. You just get there when you get there and go from there. So living here, I've kind of changed in a way that I'm not living after the clock anymore, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it kind of happens, so that's that. Number 4. Services, aka what I call being lazy. To this day, I'm really proud of myself that I have never ever in my life ordered takeout to my house. But let's get real, since I've come to the US, I've just adapted to using more and more services. Like I take a ride to some place where I would have normally taken a subway to, or I just get things delivered to my house in 24 or 48 hours. And on the one hand, that's really cool because it makes your life so much easier. But on the other hand, it's also kind of scary because when I see people or students at university not being able to cook a single dish or even use their kitchen in the first place, I don't even know if I want to be part of this movement. Number 5. Mindset. The biggest difference that I have experienced living in Germany and the US is this can't do versus can do mindset that's prevalent in both countries. If you're coming up to someone in Germany and you're talking to them about a new idea, they will only point out what can go wrong with it, and they will never look at what can go right. And that's the exact opposite in the US. And that's also why I think people here are more open to pursue what they love and to pursue what they're passionate about. And that's the reason why they will be more happy down the road. And in Germany, we would call people with this mindset being naive, but I think it's just really healthy to surround yourself with people who are not going to shut you down the first second you come up with a new idea, but to give you reality checks every now and then, but overall just being supportive. And that's actually my favorite thing, what I like about living here in the US. And on that note, I think I will end this video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you want to see next. And I'll see you next Monday.